Hey, did you know that you can connect your DAW to OBS Studio without using FL Studio Audio? I'll leave you a link in the description. The only thing that I do different than Jordan in this process is that I only send the kick and the snare. I just created an auxiliary track, usually mono. Then I send both of these tracks pre-fader to the auxiliary, where I insert the SSL compressor. The next thing I do with these two tracks still selected is I press Ctrl-Alt-H, which will bring the copy to send dialog, so you can copy the fader settings to the sends. This guarantees that you're sending exactly the signal you're hearing to this mono auxiliary track. Now let's take a look at the meter on this auxiliary track. Notice how the kick rarely gets to the maximum, while the snare picks every time. We are not going to do anything about this. We are going to treat it with the SSL bus compressor and fast attack, the slower release. I usually engage the analog, the maximum ratio, and we're going to compress the auxiliary until the snare and the kick are more or less showing the same level, or at least the snare is not peaking in this track. Take a look at the meter so you can see what I'm saying. This is the opposite case to don't look at the meter. In this case, you have to worry about the meter. Then Jordan inserts a saturator, in this case Decapitator, which I have. And the goal here, I believe this case allows you, since the dynamic is not too much, allows the saturator to control even more this difference, and at the same amount of that high quality touch that saturation has on both the kick and the snare. Already in the default setting you can hear it's pretty good, but I want more. One thing I want you to notice about the Decapitator is that if you decide the amount of distortion you want before rotating between the different modes, you can hear the difference between the different modes better. Then in the end he inserts a clipper, which I have, but I won't use it because I have this. Since with all the process previous to this has been growing the kick, compared to the snare, the kick is huge now. I want to use this clipper to shape that low end and get the volleyball type of sound. Now let's add this super squash track to the rest of our drums. Remember, this will contribute to decrease the overall dynamics of your drums, which reflects in the master bus if you have a limiter or something. Have fun! Finally, remember not to abuse too much of the volume of this channel because your tones are going to start sounding weak.